quickly move to the next one. Thank you very much. Okay. Wait, don't flower. Not yet. Read my citation. Without giving her citation, she was able to read my citation. Why am I saying this? She started by saying we joined the system on the same day. We did not stop there. All our additional degrees from that time throughout were the same. All our professions, same thing. From GA to everything. So if she's reading her own citation, it will be falling in line with her citation. Plus all the degrees, all the promotions, everything together. So thank God. We started by sharing the same office when we got them. But we now got separate offices. Thank you very much. The paper I want to present is not really a technical paper. Let me just say it's a professional paper. The title is the 21st Century Professional Accountants. That's the title of my paper. Let me start by saying that all of us here, is either we are all 21st century professional accountants. The first reason is that we are already in 21st century and we are professional accountants. So we can use that to qualify ourselves as 21st century professional accountants because this is 21st century. The other reason is that some of us have actually taken steps to become 21st century professional accountants. And some of us are in the process, taking steps to become 21st century professional accountants. And the remaining of us, after this paper, I believe, should be thinking about taking steps to become 21st century. So that's why I'm just realizing that even as we are now, we're already 21st century professional accountants. I will start by just briefly reminding us what accounting or accountancy is. Where we look at the fields, who can we call it professional accountants? What do we do as professional accountants? What do we practice? What are the things that are important in 21st century? How are we supposed to tackle them so that we can become 21st century professional accountants? And I ended it with something that I did not put in the content, but we are going to, it is in the slide, it was not in the content. We'll get to it when we get to the end of the presentation. I believe we do have access to these slides in your okay. I start by defining accountants. I did not accounting. I did not define accounting on my own. I brought the definitions of accounting. I brought 3 definitions because I want to use them for 3 different purposes related to leading to 24. The first one is the very traditional, very common one that we started with is recording, classifying, whatever, as defined by AICPA, American Institute of Certified Professional Accountants. The second one was the one that came around when we started thinking that should be less of saying accounting, but rather financial reporting. And that's one that said accounting will be defined as summarizing, identifying, recording, measuring, and communicating of financial information. And I cited the author there. The last one is the one that is relevant to where we are driving accounting today. This last definition is the one that brings in all these new accounting fields, the social accounting, sustainable development accounting, environmental accounting. This is the definition that encompasses all of it. It's saying that accounting is a technical, social, and moral practice concerned with the sustainable utilization of resources, and proper accountability to stakeholders to enable flourishing of organization, people, and nature. So our whole of government accounting, our integrated reporting, all is captured in this one. Just for us to see how we have evolved and we are redefining accounting as we are moving. As it is expanding, we are redefining. Next, I go to the fields of accounting. Yes, we all know financial accounting and reporting, but there is a slight difference between the way we do it in private sector and in public sector. The reason being that public sector is not for profit. Essentially, it's for social services, accounting is for profit making, cost towards planning and control. The minor, we also have auditing, auditing, counting system and information. We can say these are the traditional. We still have other areas of accounting that we are also familiar with. Social accounting, environmental accounting, forensic accounting, fund accounting, fiduciary accounting. And we also know that we are saying that financial management is essentially accounting, even though finance people also say it's finance. But we also know, actually as a professional, we know that financial management is part of accounting because we must know how to get the funds and how to utilize them. Social accounting, environmental accounting, social accounting. It is not about the costs and revenue leading to profit. What about people? Other people affected. Environmental accounting. What impact do we have on the environment? Are we providing for the impacts on the environment as organization, as industry? Before you look at your profits, are you taking care of what damages you might have caused to environment, and so on and so forth? Next. Yes. Professional accountants. Who is the professional accountant? Who is a professional? In the first place. Before you call somebody a professional, and that person must belong to an organized formal body that has a criteria for admitting member and that actually certify people to be their member. So in the realm of accounting profession, we can look at it from bottom and you can look at it from top. I want to look at it from top. Professional accountants, as far as the definition of professional accountant is concerned, can be looked at from top. That is IFA, International Federation of Accountants. Who is that body? Is that a global body that has membership being professional accounting organizations. Members of IFAC, they are professional accounting or accountancy organizations. Each professional accountancy organization are professional bodies that have what we have say we need to do to become professional. They have a organized procedure, maybe exam, maybe practice, for them to determine members that are accountants. So for you to be called a professional accountant, it means you must belong to one professional accounting organization. Our professional accounting organization is Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. That makes us professional accountants. And our organization is a member of IFAC, So accounting in the world, you can say you must be related to IFAC for you to be called a professional accountant, because that is the global body for all professional accounting organizations. We have 2 members from Nigeria. Yes, our institute, and whether we like it or not, and not. Yes, it is we that sponsor them for registration, but they are members of IFAC. In fact, if you get to the website of IFAC, yes, they are. If you get to the website of IFAC, that's the funny thing. They listed all members. They listed all members. They now listed it continent by continent. So, in alphabetical order, Africa happens to be on top. And whether we like it or not, Annan happens to be the first. Annan is in, all of us, most of us in institutes, but Annan is association of. So, in the list of professional accounting organizations in the world, their name is number 1 that you are going to see. 1, because they listed Africa first, Africa and Middle East together. They listed them first, and in our list, their name is on top. But we all know that how we took their hand like this, and it's IFAN help us to register it. So we are professional accountants because we met these requirements. How are we applying our trades? My classification may not be that perfect. We may have amendments, but we can see. Where can we find professional accountants that are practicing currently? We have us as private accountants. What do I mean by private accountants? I mean accountants that are employed by business organizations. Any company, whether big or small, we have accountants that are being employed that are working there. From the smallest possible company that can employ an accountant up to the biggest, Microsoft, all business companies, we have accountants that are working with those business organizations. And we also have accountants that are working in non-business sectors. This includes majorly number 1 itself that I identified is accounting development itself. Accounting itself is not static. It is developing, it is evolving, which means ourselves, we cannot stay on where we left school. So it's a challenge. As accounting is developing, we have to be following. We have to be growing with it. So we have that challenge. 2, second challenge, we have accounting competitors. We have accounting competitors. We're accountants. Number 1, we have our offsprings that are competing with us. And we also have outsiders that are also competing with us. It's a challenge. If you talk about taxation now, lawyers should be saying, we are also tax people. And I can use that taxation as an example with them. Up to now, Ican and CIT, we are still dragging. Taxation is as far as accounting is concerned, is our offspring. Why should our offspring be challenging us? It did not end in that. Even forensic, as a person, a general accountant will say, it's still part of accounting. But they are saying they are a different body, they want to do it. So we have that. We also have technological developments. Thank you. We are the area of technology. Why I say thank you is that since my university days, I've been hearing that technology will take over our roles. And maybe in the next 20 years also, I'll still be hearing that technology will still take over our role. But yes, technology is very important. Very, very important. They can take, they can do some of the things we are doing. They can take it, but they cannot take all. In financial reporting, there is judgment that we are going to choose A or B based on judgment. I'm not sure that computer will be able to make that judgment. Then we also have global trends, different kind of things that is coming with global trends. We'll get to a slide where we actually really, then this one too. The last is this one, although it's last, was very, very important. As part of 21st century challenge, personal relevance and survival is a challenge to me. We need to continue to be relevant. We need to continue to survive. Especially with fixed income earner, we are trying now for survival. But professional, those in public, if they are not complaining, we are complaining. Okay, sorry. So here I look at some accounting competitors from the side of non-accountants and our children. Law, I mentioned it. In fact, they are dragging tax with us. Yes, they have a say because tax is law. They drafted it. But they drafted it for us. They should give it to us to use. Not for them to come and be dragging it. That's why you're going to see that at CITN, it's lawyers and accountants. Okay. Valuation. Essentially, what they use for valuation is accounting information. But it is not very developed in Nigeria. In some other countries, they have started as a professional body. Yeah. Valuation analysis. We also have unqualified people. You know, I define a professional accountant. So there are people that are claiming accounting, doing accounting work that are not qualified because they did not meet the qualification of a professional, but they are dragging work with us. Simply because who to be an accountant is usually not really a law thing that says that a company accountant must be a professional accountant. It's not a law. Even internal auditors, it is not a law that it must be so qualified. So because of that, they're able to do our work, even if they are not qualified. Then we also have people that are not related, that are doing our work. They can employ an economics and say it's the accountant. They can employ people that thank you and say that's the accountant. These people are not professionals, they are not accountants, but they are dragging our work with us. Then, of course, I've mentioned taxation, forensic accounting, and there may be more. What are global challenges that may not be targeted at us, but it's affecting us? It has to do with it affects our work, it affects the way we discharge our duties. Climate change is affecting everybody. Too much rain somewhere, no rain somewhere, wildfire somewhere, flood other places, excess heat, excess freezing temperatures. This can have different impacts on our different activities. Maybe some of us now, we have finished all our preparation to get back to Australia. If it's not happening that wildfire caught related to Nigeria, so impact of climate change is climate change is leading to other innovations that may affect our work. maybe if somebody is afraid that there's going to be flood, there's going to be this, that's okay. Don't let us do it fiscally again. Let us do it like global economic condition. That one is always here and there. Economic condition can be good, it can be down. If economic condition is good and people are prosperous, maybe there's going to be better job for us. If the other way around, we may be losing job. We may be losing, we may not lose job, but we may be losing to millions. How will you charge him? War, pandemic, emergency. We just got out of pandemic and we entered war. Yes, we are not part of them, but we are part of it. Because of the situation in Ukraine and Russia, we know how grains are affected, we know how poultry fields are affected, and so on and so forth. Migration. We all know the dark person. Prof, man. We are 15, 16 departments. Actively, we are 8. And we have BSc, MSc, and PhD. When the Vice Chancellor asked that I'm a legal advisor, open his mouth. But we don't have anybody to really work. Come to class every day. Take one of two. It's ought to be doing that one. GL1. So it's doing it now. So migration have different effects on us. MNC growth and spread. We know multinational corporation. They are growing, they are spreading, and when they move with technical. So which means you cannot be using your alumole accounting to work for them. If they happen to find it, you want to work with them. It means you have to move to their level. Have you heard about international outsourcing and remote working? As long as 2012, that conference in New York, it was a topical issue because Americans, 1/4 of their jobs are doing it in India, and time difference makes it so easy for them. If you are closing in New York, send the work to India. By the time you get to office in the morning, it's as if it's post pattern because it's the daytime for him to do the work and return. So your work can move anywhere. And if you are prepared yourself very well, anyone can come to you. I can benefit from. Then there's global international. The hearing that in business, a lot of alliance and realliance, a lot of cross-country merger applications, a lot of sourcing of funds in different markets. If you only know about Nigeria and your company is supposed to source funds, you have to go and know how to K20 and F10. So we cannot afford to stay at the same point that we are. What are those trends in tech that are affecting us? Artificial intelligence. We've all heard about it. Artificial intelligence. We want machine to be intelligent like human. And they're already doing it. We have this small level artificial narrow intelligence, ANI. That one is just to develop a machine that can do one of the things that human being can do. Just one function that human being can do it. And they also have the second level, artificial general intelligence, AGI. The one that can do multiple functions, which means the one that can be like human being. Can use brain, can use hands, can use eye to reach, multiple functions. And they are looking towards ASI, artificial super intelligence. The one that can even perform more than human being. So, because it's a problem in America and they are really fighting it. The recent one in USA is that with AI, you can, the music that Madam does not sing, the music that she can sing, they will use AI to sing it as if it's her. The speech that she can make, they will use AI to do it. So those that have the natural voice, the natural ability to do it, they will bypass them because robots will do it. These actors in America, they are on strike now because they are using AI to do what they are doing. They are on strike currently. So we are threatened. Financial technology, a lot of financial fintech that we're already using, a lot that are still in pipeline that is going to come. The blockchain too is a part of fintech. We've heard about Internet of Things. That they even say even your fridge can know when foods are finished and place the order by itself. Yes, your freezer. We know when fish is getting to the stock level and we send the signal, okay, we have the stock. Everything can be connected to internet and they are going to be functioning as if it's you that is operating into function. Machine learning is also part of AI. In fact, it's like the ANI. One come on the you are linked it to your account. It can pay, pick money and pay. It will pick money from your account and pay. And you know in America, in advanced country, they are used to credit card. They will put it on your credit card for you. You're my pilot. Not something. So just like I said, like machine learning is a typical example of artificial narrow intelligence. Machine learning. Machine can just learn one thing and replicate it and be doing it. You can be stop taking an action to do, take this from this and this, and you learn it and be doing it perfectly. It can be to be responding to customer. A lot of the chats that we are doing now, we are chatting with robots because they have taught it how to respond. All the questions you are going to ask, they are programmed it in the system to give you appropriate answer. Then we have big data technologies. All the big five they are going to work 3 months on. There are technologies that can manage millions and billions of data sets in a matter of minutes. Yes. Penny. So we are challenged. Of course, we know of 5G technology. Why is here mobile? As we have that MTN. Wọ́n ti gbéyàwó wá láti Amẹ́ríkà tí ìbò kò tó lójú táàmù. So, kọ́mọ̀ lọ gbé ìbò wá tí ó mọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ wa láti Amẹ́ríkà tí wọ́n connected tí wọ́n ṣe wá láti Amẹ́ríkà. So, wọ́n là ní báyìí lọ. So what are we supposed to do from today and going forward? Our 20th century accountant that we are, we need to improve on it. We need to strive to move to 21st century accountant. That's why I said some of us have already, some have already moved. Some have already moved. Madam, she's richer than me. She's now a forensic accountant. She has moved. Money is 1 million. Sorry. It's expensive, but you need it if you want to continue to be relevant. If you don't want to be pushed backward, don't look at the money. Look at the future. What am I going to use it to get? I obtain loan. The money will use it to pay back the loan. You make money and use it to. For example, I am on the board of one university poultry farm. They engage us, give us a bill of 5 million. Party judges like 3.5. So, madam, take the loan. Yes, we should learn, develop to solve emerging and old unsolved problems. We've listed a lot of challenges. If we develop ourselves to solve an unsolved problem, you can be eating for life on it. That is how the most famous people became extinctly rich. Those that moved us from typewriter to computer. Those who become world richest. Elon Musk, that is pulling us out of petrol and diesel to electric. So if you solve an unsolved problem or new one that is coming, you are able to find solution to it. Just come and employ me when your millions of dollars starts work for you. Take the fight to our competitors. Like I said, it's not boxing. You don't need to box. If they say if they are forensic, let's also go and acquire the accounting skill and certification so that I can be chopping the money together. If they say only taxation CIT member should do tax, let's go and get certificate. After all, it's free for us. Just pay. No exam, no nothing. So let's take the fight to them. Let's go and get that thing that they have to and use it to work. In summary, do more than the 20th century accountant. We have to. This point is also very important, but I'll get to details of it. Do other things. Everything is not about accounting related. There are other things that we can do. Especially the last point, survivor part of the previous point. You not be accounting. You can be entrepreneurs. Venture into something. Let's go. Battery low. And let me just run through the slides. We can reason to be a 21st century accountant. We don't need to be stagnant. We're supposed to continue to learn. As new things are coming up, we're supposed to be up to date. You may need to learn new things or improve on your practice. Don't just say, I'm an accountant, and this is what I'm doing, and I know it. You may need to learn new things if you need it to be relevant. In fact, you may even need to change to something that's not related to accounting. Ask from people that are Japan. They will tell you. They will forget everything. They have to do another thing that is relevant to their survival. Àìmọye try accountant to change the loss. It's possible. That's what you need. Another important one, we may have space in this 21 sets we have, just like saying it, just like we may have space to combine two things. You are an accountant who said you cannot add family. I'm a teacher who said I cannot be going to a practice firm to be doing this. If not, apart from the money that I'll be getting, I will be learning practice that will be my. So if there is space for it and we need the finances, we can do more than one thing. We can do more. So just like I've said, you may need any of these 4 bullet points above for relevance or for
So how much more if you are in practice? So all of us, so far as we are choosing this together, unless you want it to just be that I can FC, or AC, and that one will not make us anything. So I think we are speaking so well. And even though we are giving him a very loud clap, we still appreciate him and give another. Now, I don't know if we have 1 or 2 people that have questions. Okay, starting from Professor Lawan.
Yes, I have a contribution.
Thank you. And that contribution.
Actually, I'm delighted. I attended an event this weekend. Whenever we have to clap, I think there's a machine clapping. Oh, yeah.
We are clapping now.
Now, the accident of this government is obvious, the after attack. But their drive is to the negative end, in the sense that I expect that our government must have interest in identifying us wherever we are, whatever we are handling. And then if such is done, it means the NIN we have will then be useful, such that we easily trace. I want to advocate a stand that we may have opportunity to talk to anybody in government. There should be a means of identifying with all we are doing, with all resources we have, with our income and all that, such that it is so absurd a graduate working somewhere and be earning 15,000 naira, 20,000 naira. How will somebody be earning whatever that will not be able to pay tax? If there is a minimum earning or below which not pay tax, how will somebody be earning so? How do you expect some people to live? Are we together? Now, so I want to advocate that maybe we make the government at the point they will listen to us, such that they must regulate how we earn resources, how we earn wages, and what we pay as tax from what we have. If that is done, no employer will be at any corner and be able to just guard on anybody and say the reality will not pay tax, the reality will not be able to pay. I don't know whether it makes sense. It's a partner conflict, which I wanted to discuss anyway. I have the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Actually,
Thank you.
the other time you are talking, it's a blessed thing. The other time you are talking about the various specialty of accounting, like system evaluation, etc. I want to suggest that what of if you add consulting to it, because more food than not do. Consulting usually captures something consulting.
I should not see it as part of public practice.
It has been categorized on that public.
Anyway, for my something I will separate it, but I'm putting it together with public practice.
Yes.
You know, remember I said you can be auditing, you can be doing tasks, you can be doing a lot of financial arrangements. But I agree with you.
It has to be separated.
Thank you.
You have Dr. Sansen, apology. She's not feeling, and that's what I'm saying.
Well, I think I'm delighted with the presentation. Or I want to put a question to what I was said, because when we are talking about us, we form the top 5% of the people that others are looking towards in this life, whether we like it or not. So, but one thing I believe is that what can we do as professionals? I observe over time that it is the weak system that takes corruption to serve Nigeria. It is not that the people outside this planet are more, it's not that civil servants want to pay tax. It is the system of the assessment that if they want to test the integrity of the civil servant, just tell them, so collect your salary, come and pay tax. Let us see whether they are going to so, as presidents, I think also think how to strengthen the system. Because even when you are talking about assessments and whatever it is, you can continue to talk about collection of taxes, collection of this and that till tomorrow. If the system is weak, definitely, we are just talking of it. We don't like what is going to be realized in it, the minimum. But if the system is strengthened enough, whether the accounting system is strengthened, if the accounting system is not strengthened, and you are the professional accountant in that industry, you will be tested. Like I used to say, go back to that, don't you so yeah? Go back to that, mafia, do a couple of what you got there, go back to that, your meekness and gentleness will be tested by fire. So, as a professional, I think we have a focus on how to actually, encourage or assist this system to work. Because I observe, even in the civil service, some of my friends that have been like Nigeria, I observe that some people that were really core professionals, when they get to the civil service, they become another thing entirely. They also look at the system, they see the system as being very weak. Instead for them to strengthen the system, they capitalize on the weak system and take the benefit. So how do professional accountants go about it? So in every case that we find ourselves, because we are all accountants are the ones that are all everywhere. We are everywhere.
Except there's no money.
Yes, we are everywhere. There's no, even if it is any industry that anything that is born, accountant will be the person that will start it. Even when the business fails, or when that organization, accountant will be the vendor because he will pay the last person. At least he will pay himself before he leaves. Yeah, so if we are going to start and end in the process, then we must be contributor to how the system should be strengthened. That is just what I'm doing.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. I like it.
I want to personally appreciate our presenter. And once again, I want us to be in another round of the fact that we can see that he has actually touched virtually yes, all areas. The area that he has touched that I felt is a challenge to all of us on the issue of 21st century. Since one, today, I don't know among us who have been able to earn the 2 credits today through the platform provided by our institute.
Okay, I actually did it today. Yes.
In order to actually
One question here.
Ican has launched a page, a platform for members now. That every day they just want you to log in and you get that. Yes, now series of training. Those series of trainings online that you can take. Some of them will be paid, some of them are free that are there. Now you can see that if they are talking of business registration, company registration, filing of returns, it is prerogative of chartered accountants and lawyers. Today, we see that those who are actually doing are purely non-accountants. It's because it is only needed because of technical knowledge to actually do it. And they are making a lot of money there. We need to create that time so that we can do this thing. Filing of tax return. Some chartered accountant who no longer assist the company to file a return any month today. And even non-accountants are doing that. Because you do it online. And as you can create time to learn those things online, yes, you are good to go. The worst part of, at worst case scenario, you may probably need, an auditor over there. After you have taken probably 400,000, you give the auditor to give you certification for 50,000, and then you can move on. So I think these are part of those areas that we are actually challenged that we need to work on. Last, sometimes ago in the university, some people came around. None of them are chartered accountants. They came, they said they want to reconcile account for the university. And they got about 63 million. Yes, as part of their own deal going. As we are speaking last week, some people came again, bringing another proposal. They say, forensic reconciliation. So none of them is a forensic expert. But they have taken their time, yes, to make themselves in a guru and be able to review transactions here and there. The university, the management is asking whether they have done it somewhere. In actual sense, they have only attempted it somewhere. And they have seen the prospects. They have presented it, and the university is a win-win situation. They are keen to it. So some of these areas will fetch big money that we actually need to work upon. The data science has been mentioned. The blockchain has been mentioned. And you will see that majority of us, we find it very difficult to create that time again to be on those areas. I don't think we have the options to do that. There are some people, he mentioned that people coming to Nigeria to do something for us. But the black people who are not accountants are already doing it for us. Yes, some of our institutions today now, if you are looking at it, the key role of accountants that has to do with even payment, reconciliations, is done by some other people. In actual sense, we don't know what is happening over there. And there are issues we must find a way to deal with God of us.
Thank you, sir.
Time. You only take one more comment. He has to travel.
Everybody, I only not actually, I would say is the challenge. Why is this the challenge? Is that by and large, you have spoken very well. I want to know what is the role, or can the district have organize a seminar
for the members within the district to learn more about the field. Not all of us are in the academics. Some people in the academics, they have sponsors, can go for seminars, can go for programs. Other members that are not actually in those academics, maybe a kind of seminar. It can be a 2 days program, it can be a 1 day program. You learn something about exam passage, something like that. You should organize somebody that is an expert in that field. Come on, and that. From there, member will be taking the avenue as an advantage. Because as I can see that today, some of our members can operate that. That is what they have. And they are all in place. Okay, find for the laptop. They cannot come up with it. And what is it's a great time to organize a kind of seminar for ourselves. In-house, apart from what that
I want to speak to this last one. Last week, please, your name and your membership. Last week, go ahead, please. Last week at the ESCO meeting, this was one of the things we raised. That after this one, what we want to do is that, in fact, you just spoke out what I plan to say. That next month, by the grace of God, we are going to have a practical session. Because we want to, I said it, that all of us must move together. If I don't help you, there's no how you can help me. And we need to help ourselves. So we want our meetings to be something that we attract people, that anything you want to do, you feel like, no, I must not miss what is happening today. Some you may have to pay. That's the truth. Today's on, the district will pay it. But next time, you give somebody, you want to enjoy this kind of thing, we will have our general meeting. But when it comes to giving us something that will help you, because we need to pay whoever we are bringing. But the payment is even minor. You understand? So, you better discuss it. Our next meeting, it may have to be Friday, Saturday. Apart from our normal meeting, we are going to have Friday, Saturday, where you can practicalize whatever. So, whatever we are bringing, if it is exam we want to start from, okay, somebody should come and teach us how to prepare our report. You understand? Financial reporting. We bring somebody here, and it may not even be limited to those of us because we are going to throw it open. So anybody that is interested, you can see. If somebody that is not trained as an accountant can go to Unilori or go to LAUTECH or any other organization, and they are doing things, I see why no reason why people should be taking our own income, because I see it as our own income. So we need to be ready. We need to create that. We need to add value to ourselves and God to help us. Once again, I want to appreciate. Let me hand over the application to my ITC.
It's a great honor for me to appreciate our paper presenter today. He has done a wonderful job. And I think the Bible says that if you want knowledge and wisdom, that you ask from God. And I want to ask from God, please, that you have more knowledge. Amen. That you are going back to your destination, you arrive there safely. Amen. Yeah. And I think I give an added value to this society. Thank you very much.
Thank you.